The 13 on Your Side Weather Deck is sponsored by Montel Construction, quality made simple.
Don't know if you caught that while you're setting up outside, George. You got a favorite? What do you want that ice sculpture to be?
I want a woolly mammoth.
I was actually kind of thinking that myself. You know, with the hair and whatnot, that might be a little bit more intricate than the rest, depending on how detailed they want to get.
And how big, yeah. I want to see. Got to be actual size, you know.
Well, I love from the UP, if you've never been to Winter Festival at Michigan Tech University in Houghton, the ice sculptures there are amazing.
I imagine they are. A lot of practice, I imagine, all year long, right?
Yeah, well, not quite all year, but yes, a good portion.
Yeah, there's a lot of snow up in the UP. We have not seen a lot of snow here in the Grand Rapids area this winter, but we'll get a chance to see at least a little better chance of seeing some plowable and shovelable snow here starting about this time tomorrow night. 13 weather ball is coming your way, but first we want to show you a corona. That's what Irma captured over in Holland this evening. Sometimes this predicts the weather. All that mid and high clouds, it's all liquid. That's why it is that color. The full cold moon, and man, it's cold out here on the weather deck, actually occurs about this time tomorrow night, but we're not going to see it because of the clouds and precipitation. Moonrise here tomorrow at 4:52, goes down on the following day at 8:49. There's an almost full moon up in the sky right now. Tim along the lakeshore in Muskegon capturing all that wave action and crusting the ice along the catwalk there in Muskegon, and also similarly Bill over there in Grand Haven with a lot of ice there on the pier. Stay off the piers, stay clear of the piers. Otherwise, 13 weather ball is green, no change to the cold weather pattern foreseen, at least for tomorrow. And this view sponsored by Countryside Greenhouse of Allendale. Rare miss here today, afternoon high hit 35 and we forecast a 31. We'll check it out here tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, you can see just partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies throughout the night, and tomorrow the snow really doesn't begin until about 10 o'clock here tomorrow evening, and man, it will come down. So let's walk you right through it. Clear to partly cloudy skies right now, but overnight will just stay partly cloudy. During the day tomorrow, the clouds will be increasing during the afternoon, but by 7 o'clock you can see where the leading edge of the snow will be, just coming out of the Chicago area on up through Milwaukee. By 11 o'clock it's overspread all of the area, and it will continue overnight tomorrow night. There may be a rain-snow mix south of I-96 where there'll be fewer impacts, but then by Wednesday in the middle of the day, it will all change to rain and then just completely come to an end with mostly cloudy skies. Now, in terms of snowfall, we have 3 or 4 models that we take a look at. This is our in-house model. You can see nothing going on here tomorrow up until about between about 8 and 11 o'clock. About 1 to 2 inches of snow will have fallen by then, and then most of it will come overnight tomorrow night. Travel on Wednesday morning is going to be rather difficult. 3 to as much as 5+ inches, especially over northern Kent County, through noon on Wednesday. So this will be our first real plowable event. And a couple of the other models, this is the GFS American model. Again, a little bit further north, about 3 to maybe 4 inches, 3+ anyway. And similarly from the European models. So they're all lining up. This gives us better confidence in what exactly is going to happen. Otherwise, this is another timeline. You can see where most of the snow starts, right around here about 8, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock here in Grand Rapids. Most of it comes in through here. This top line is one of our newer models. I think it's a little aggressive with 7 inches, but I think 3+ inches is certainly likely here starting tomorrow night at about 10 o'clock. And then we're going to talk about a New Year's Day storm. This may be more of an icy rain, and this is the amount of ice that could fall, 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch of ice. We'll update that as we get a little bit closer. Wow, what a start to 2021 that would be. Tomorrow, though, look for increasing clouds. Highs right around 30 from Hart and Ludington north, low 30s in Muskegon and Holland. Up north, you'll stay below freezing, upper 20s, but no precipitation during the day. We'll start with some sunshine, but end with mostly cloudy skies. And here in the greater Grand Rapids area, will be dry during the day. Highs between about 29 there in Ionia to 32 in Kalamazoo and Battle Creek. 13 on your side forecast. We may get closer to 40 with breezy winds on Wednesday before all the precipitation ends, and then we'll drop to 33 on New Year's Eve. During the day, it should be quiet, and even New Year's night. But starting on Friday, we've got rain in the forecast, but that may change to freezing rain depending on how all the situation wraps up with this first storm. And then dry weather for the rest of the weekend. Through early next week, we're going to warm up once again, and perhaps by the 7th of January, we'll see some rain and the mid-40s. After tonight's system, or tomorrow night's system, Nick, we probably won't see a lot more accumulating snow for a while.
Well, if we want ice sculptures of any kind, it's going to have to get colder than that.
It certainly will.
All right, thank you very much, George.